Good morning and happy Vlogmas Day 16. It is bright and early over here. Parker is out getting my coffee from Starbucks because he is an angel. We're gonna be leaving in about 20 minutes to go to school. I will take the boys with me, and I'm subbing all day in a first grade classroom. Yesterday, I shared some of the slides I'm going to be using today. I spruced them up a little bit. Here's what they look like now. As you can see, it's basically the same layout that it was yesterday, but I added in those sheets that we are going to work on so students have a visual while we are in class. Now, I did get a bunch of DMs last night asking, do you have to plan for subbing? And the answer is no. When I know I'm in the one same classroom for an entire day, I'll usually reach out to the teacher. And I'm subbing currently only at a K through 2 school, so I feel very comfortable in all of that content. So I'll email the teacher and ask and be like, hey, do you want me to plan your reading, writing, and math for you? I usually make it pretty cohesive and seasonal, and it's a win-win. I get to have fun and be creative again and plan lessons for kids that I actually get to teach, and the teachers don't have to plan as much. So I think it's a win. Anyways, I'm going to finish this up. I'm going to pack up my little sub tub for the day, and I'm off. I'll check in throughout the day and let you know what activities we ended up doing and, any fun surprises along the substituting day. Guys, it's December. Subbing in December is crazy. Teaching in December is crazy, so I'm not even gonna pretend that, I'm exhausted as you guys in the classroom, but subbing is a different little beast here. Especially, I have not worked in this classroom before, so, getting to know all the students, trying to remember all their names as fast as I can, which I'm pretty good at. But it was a wild and crazy day. I am exhausted, but it was a whole lot of fun. So I thought I'd show you a little bit about what we did today. Also, I feel like I have to say this. Nobody cares, but this light on my forehead here, this always looks like I'm probably sweating like crazy, but I actually have a light that comes right on top of me. So that's why my forehead's all shiny. Anyway, nobody really cares. Okay, on to the day. First, I got there and all those beautiful slides I made yesterday, they looked like this, if you recall. I couldn't use any of them because I didn't think this through. I always have technology at the school I work in. I have technology, no problem, to get signed up. But the teacher had left her own slides. And normally they're just kind of background slides, but this one included some links that they normally use. And so I couldn't sign her out from Google to then sign in myself to get the Google slides, because then I wouldn't have access to hers again. And she was having a sub tomorrow morning, so I didn't want to screw everything up. So all my beautiful slides, I didn't use them. That's okay. I'm going to figure out how to use them another day if needed. But basically, when students come in, they kind of trickle in between 8:25 and 8:40. Now, this is way different than what I was used to when I used to teach in the classroom. Here, students trickle in from the bus, from drop-off line, from everything, and they just come right to the classroom. At the school I worked in prior, kids would all come to my classroom at the same exact time because they would do that kind of trickle in thing in the auditorium, and they would all be there until they would come down to my classroom, and about 95% of all my kids would basically walk in at the same time. So here the teachers do morning work. So they come in, they know the routine, and they do morning work at their seats. In my old classrooms, we would do morning meeting right away because, again, everyone's coming in at the same time. They hang up their backpacks and they come sit right on the rug for our morning meeting. Those last one or two that may trickle in, it's usually only a few minutes later, so they just come join us. But after morning work, they do a little morning meeting. It's not as intense as ours used to be, at least. They have a little morning message, some morning announcements, stuff like that. And then we dove right into math. Now, I had made this wonderful, 3 addend addition slide. Didn't have that, but I know how to use Google Slides. So I inserted a slide, and this is what it looked like. So yeah, here's my pretty slide where we were gonna, write, or I was gonna type in the numbers. We were going to add up to 3 add-ins, but that's okay. Instead, we'll pretend this is her slides. I just went in and added a slide. It looked literally like this. And then I wrote, you know, a couple, I think I did 5 plus 6 plus 2 equals question mark. And deleted this just so they didn't have to see it. And then I basically asked them, okay, what are the add-ins? We reviewed what add-ins are. We did a little, you know, part whole where they stick out their hands and then clap it together as the sum. And here we explained how we have part whole. And I told students I had 3 questions for them every time I would throw this up here. So the first question was, what are the add-ins? So I had a couple students answer 5, 6, and 2. The second question was, what is the sum? Our sum was 13 for this one, so we'd write it up here. And then, of course, my question was, how did we solve it? And then what I did is I went under here. Again, this is how, you know, not pretty it looked. And I made the font a little smaller. And then students told me how they solved it. Some solved it as 5 plus 6 equals 11. Plus 2 more equals 13. So we did it that way. I just kind of wrote down the different ways they did it. Another student actually brought up 5 plus 5 equals 10. And then they knew plus 1 more for that 6 was going to be 11. And then plus 2 more equals 13. And students sometimes, instead of adding the 5 and the 6 first, maybe they added the 5 and the 2 or the 6 and the 2. We just talked about all the different ways they could go ahead and solve this, and I wrote them down. Once we got a hang of that, we did this 2 more times just to review add-ins and 3 add-in addition. It just goes to show that your slides don't need to be pretty at all to be effective. So I already knew that. I like making mine pretty, of course, but I think that's because I'm used to like selling stuff on TPT. So you do you. After we did some review, we actually played Snowman Bump. This class had already been introduced to Bump before, so we had a leg up, but I had them all sit in a circle and I reviewed how to play, and then they played for about 10 to 15 minutes. Then we went ahead and read a nonfiction book all about reindeer. This one I've shared over on Instagram before, and we did a little directed drawing, and then students had to share 3 facts: reindeers can, reindeers have, and reindeers are. We also had time at the end of this before lunch to watch the SciShow Kids YouTube channel. They have like a 4-minute video on facts all about caribou, so that was a lot of fun for them to watch too. I wish I could show you all their directed drawings. Obviously I can't, but they were so cute. I love the way directed drawings come out because they all look similar, but they definitely each have their own little personality. After we did the reindeer activities, students went to lunch and recess. And then when I picked them up, we read The Boy with the Big, Big Feelings. Now I've shared that a few times here on my channel, but I love this book because it talks about a boy who feels these really big, big feelings. And then we kind of made all sorts of connections in our own classrooms when we've had these big feelings, what we can do if others are having these big feelings. It was a really great conversation in the class, actually. And then I had them go and fill out the a big emotion I've had page. So they traced that part, they drew a picture and shared a big emotion that they've had. That activity did get a little cut short because we had some mystery readers. It was really cute. 2 of the parents of one of the kids came in and they read a story to the class. They read the Polar Express, and it was just really sweet. Then this class had specials. Today they had PE, and when they got back, there was only like half an hour left of school, so we did Scholastic News. This one talked about traditions, and it was a story about a Native American boy who was practicing making totem poles, and they talked about traditions a little bit. So, are you crazy? So that was a rundown of my subbing day. Of course, after class, I brought the 2 boys to Starbucks. I got them a little cake pop. I had to get some gift cards for the teachers for their presents anyway. So grabbed those, came home, threw on my sweatpants, and I'm relaxing. Not really, I'm working for the next about hour or so. Calvin is at swim, and I'm going out for a girls' night with 2 of my best friends, Shayla and Laura. Laura, I actually mentioned a few videos ago with these adorable little snowman crafts that I gave to the teachers. So I can't wait to go enjoy a night with them. And I'll probably have a drink or two, but not too many because I'm subbing again tomorrow. So I will check in after dinner, and of course I'll be picking winner number 5, so I can't wait. Hello. I look like a polar bear. Well, happy good night. What? That doesn't make any sense. I am home from dinner. It was a lovely dinner with 2 of my bestest and oldest friends. But now it's the time we've all been waiting for. It is time for winner number 5. Let me call Parker. Call. Speaker. Let's go.
Hello?
Hello. Who is winner number 5?
The winner is Rhonda Gamboa.
Rhonda Gamboa. Woo! Awesome. Thank you. Gonna find out what you won. Okay, let's see what Rhonda has won. Here we have little holly berries. Don't mind that noise. Sully's eating a bone like right next to us. Okay, Rhonda, this is what you've won. Ready? Oh, Rhonda, you have won eye patches for under your eyes. They are so cooling, and just like, there's something silly that like you probably wouldn't buy yourself, but if somebody buys them for you, go ahead and use them, and I'm gonna buy them for you. So, and $75 to Sephora or Ulta. You can let me know, so I'm going to email you, and congratulations. All right, I have got to get to bed. I need to wash this face and hop in bed and fall asleep because I'm up and early tomorrow for subbing again. So the next scene you'll see will be tomorrow morning. Morning and happy Vlogmas Day 17. It is another early morning because I'm subbing today. It was a little bit earlier because I decided Sully's going to daycare today. So I went out and grabbed coffee, and I grabbed a bagel that I'm gonna have for lunch today to keep me a little bit more filled. So that is in my backpack. I'm already back home and checking the video that went out this morning to make sure everything is fine. Let's see. The video is how to write friendly letters. It looks like this right here. So this, by the time you're watching, is already out. So go check that out if you want to see all the steps I take in writing friendly letters. But yeah, for subbing today, it's gonna be easy. I'm floating back and forth between kindergarten and a 1st grade classroom. Since it's only little bits of time, I have all the same stuff I brought yesterday as like backup, but I probably won't need too much of it. I may end up reading The Boy with the Big, Big Feelings, and I also got Grumpy Monkey, the Christmas one, so I might bring that with me too. Should be a pretty easy day, so I'll check in a bit. Hello. I'm utterly exhausted. Oh, it is already like 6 o'clock. Subbing went great. In the morning, I was in a 1st grade classroom. I did get my slides to work because we did, we had a couple time filler areas, like we did Snowman Bump, and then we did the concept attainment slides in that class too, just again as little time fillers, which was fun. And then I spent the afternoon in a kindergarten class. I didn't use any of my stuff in their kindergarten in the afternoon. We have like math, and then they basically go out for recess, snack, centers, and it's like the end of the day. So there's very little subbing that I have to do. I basically just have to be in the room with them at that time. But it was a fun day. It went by quickly. I may have told the secretary that I will also sub tomorrow morning. They are really looking for people, and while I do have a lot of work to do, I was like, okay, I think I can sub just for the morning time and do some in the afternoon. So we'll see how that goes. I'm still very exhausted, but that's okay. And then Calvin had practice, so Parker brought him and the boys over. I went to get Theo. We got some dinner, and now here I am. Just ate dinner. We are crashing. So I'm gonna actually help them with bedtime, and then I'll be back to pick a winner. So see you in a bit. What book are you reading?
Dogman.
Can I see which one? Dogman and Cat Kid. All right, everybody, boys are asleep. I am very quickly about to hop in bed as well, but I wanted to pick our winner for, oh my gosh, 6. I'm gonna get the card now. Ready? Winner number 6. No, that means it's halfway done. I actually don't know how. Okay, let's find out who the winner is. Call Parker. Remember, he's the one that cross-checks the form to make sure we have the winners.
Hey, beautiful.
Oh, hello. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. Are you ready to share the winner?
I am.
Okay, winner for Susan's Secret Santa number 6 is
Kimberly Martin.
Kimberly Martin. Got it. Thank you.
All right.
Bye.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Kimberly Martin, let's see what you won. 2 winners are going out in this video because I picked one last night, but they're going out in this video today. So 2 excited people. And before, I know Kimberly Martin, you're like, what am I getting? But before I say that, I've had 2 people that have won. When I emailed them back and forth, they actually hadn't read their email yet. And they watched the video first, because I don't email until after the video goes live. And they watched the video first, and 2 of them said that they like screamed when they heard the name. I think that's so much fun. That would be me, 100%. I'd be like, oh, it's me. All right, Kimberly Martin, let's see what you've won. A lifetime membership to any of my SJT clubs, so reading, writing, or math, and a $75 gift card to TPT. That'll get you a whole lot on TPT. And remember, if you are already a member of any of my clubs, either literacy, math, or writing, I can reimburse for however much you've paid, and you'll become a lifetime member. So you will get all of the goods that are ever added. Very excited. I hope you're excited. I'll send you an email. 6 more prizes left, folks. That's it. So I'm going to bed because apparently I'm subbing again tomorrow morning, and I'll see you on Vlogmas Day 18. Good night.